Okay, so back in with the supercharger setup. I removed the gussets that were along here and along here, and added this one to the front here. I've also trimmed it up a bit now. It's not heavy actually. It's not as heavy as what you think it is. Added a little gusset behind here as well, and that's a nice strong mount. The reason why I removed these ones is I want to run a factory fuel pump. So the factory fuel pump, by all accounts, should be enough to keep both bowls of the SU carbs full. So, including that thickness, I sanded down the back or the spacer for a factory fuel pump. So, between this now and the thickness of that steel, it's the exact same thickness as a factory spacer for the pump. The other thing I did was I made a top mount, which just bolts behind the manifold, and that keeps that in check. And still going to use a factory 2-litre Pinto cam belt tensioner as a tensioner for the belt. And I also measured it up and found a belt that should do the job. It's a 6 PK belt, so 6 ribbed and 1153 millimeters long. So I'll put it together and you can have a look at it. So, but like I say, you know, it looks chunky, and it is quite chunky, but it's not heavy. But it should support it quite well. So once it's all cleaned up and painted, it'll look fine. Right, so that's it all together. As you can see, you get a factory fuel pump in there now. You can get to all the bolts. You can get an oil filter in there. Top bracket is on. That fits nicely behind there, so you can still get a silicone joiner on there. This will now just go straight 90 into a 90 straight into there. The belt's on, tensioner's on. I managed to get a side entry dizzy cap, and you can see there's heaps of room now there for timing, adjusting the timing, and having leads. So all in all, she's getting there. Pretty happy with that, and it works. Oh, I find my bloody spanner. Should work well. And as you can see, I've also managed to get the supercharger. I stripped it all down. I stripped the carbs down and everything, and I sent them off to be vapor blasted, and it's amazing how clean they came up. Hence why it's wrapped up in plastic. Apart from the fact that I put some oil in it and didn't put the bottom bung in, so that went everywhere. The carbs came up looking, well, they look amazing for 50-year-old carbs. I've ordered a rebuild kit for them as well, so once they're here, I'll finalise that manifold between here and the carbs, and then send that off to be made. And then I think I'm pretty close to testing it. Be exciting, but that vapor blasting came up bloody amazing. That thing looks new underneath there. And I'll put some pictures up, like I say. But yeah, that's about it for now. I'm pretty happy with it actually. But you know, unless you've got a Mark 3, 4 or 5 Cortina, it ain't going to fit in anything else. Cheers.